ICC Men's T20 World Cup match preview.
Sri Lanka and Bangladesh are all set to collide in a vital Group D encounter of the T20 World Cup at the Grand Prairie Stadium in Dallas. This will be Sri Lanka's second encounter at the World Cup, while for Bangladesh this is their tournament opener. These two sides have faced each other 16 times in the past, and Sri Lanka has the clear advantage with 11 wins to Bangladesh's 5. At the global event, these two sides have met only twice and Sri Lanka walked out victorious in both the games. The Sri Lankans need to make sure that they completely forget what happened at Nassau against South Africa, where they were bowled out for their lowest ever total in the global event history. The batters clearly struggled against the pace and bounce generated by the Protea Quicks, and they also had the wrong reading of the pitch where they tried to get 160 when a total around 120 would have given them a fighting chance. With two very mediocre batting efforts in the practice games to follow up with the horrible display of batting in the tournament opener, the Lankans would want to change this around come Friday. Bangladesh, on the other hand, lost their last bilateral series in the format against the USA just a few weeks ago. Their batting has been a worry for them in the format for an extended period of time, and they would be hoping the likes of Shakib Al Hasan and skipper Najmul Hussain Shanto can change their fortunes around and carve them away to beat the Islanders for the first time in the tournament's history. Just like before the previous game, once again the issue for Sri Lanka is their batting. With not many capable hitters in the squad, their only option is to go with either Sadira Samaravikrama or Dhananjaya De Silva as a top order batter. But with skipper Waindu Asarango opting to bat at number 4, the real question is whether we should have Sadiro or DDS in the side. Giving one of these two batters the license to bat at number 4 and solidifying that role may very well be the answer to Sri Lanka's issues with the bat. Skipper Shanto's form has been a huge worry for Bangladesh in this format recently. With their senior statesman Shakib Al Hasan also not performing up to the expectations, the Bangladeshi side needs their skipper to fire big time against Sri Lanka, as a win here will make their job a bit easier to qualify for the Super 8 stage.
නිකම් බොරුවට රිස්ක් එකක් ගන්නේ ඇයි? NDB නියොස් තියෙද්දි රිස්ක් එකක් නැතුව කික් එකේ ෆන් ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් කරන්න වගේම චිල් එකේ බිල්ස් පේ කරන්න.
Kusal Mendis was the highest scorer for Sri Lanka in the previous game, but even that was just 19 runs and he did not look convincing at all. But his record against the Asian counterparts is phenomenal, and his player of the tournament winning performance against the same opposition earlier this year makes him the key player for Sri Lanka. Bangladesh is a team that he loves to bat against, and Sri Lanka needs a Mendy special to get their campaign back on track. Rishad Hussain is the sort of player Bangladesh was searching for a very long time. A leg spinner who can hit some lusty blows always comes in handy in this format, and the youngster has shown that before against the same opposition they are facing. How he thrashed Hasaranga in the recent ODI series and his batting effort in the T20 series against Sri Lanka makes him a lethal weapon for the Tigers in this clash against the Lions. Sri Lanka may very well be tempted to go with both the slingers once again, as Bangladeshis have struggled facing the unusual bowling action. The perfect example is Nuwan Tushara taking 5 wickets in their most recent clash. Sadira Samaravikrama, although is struggling for runs at the moment, will get another opportunity, while it will be interesting to see whether Sri Lanka do go with Mahesh Theekshana or bring in the extra pacer Dushmantha Chameera for this crucial game. Shariful Islam is doubtful for the game against Sri Lanka, and it may very well give Tansim Hassan the opportunity to break into the playing 11. It will be a close call between Liton Das and J.K. Raleigh on who would play, but Das may very well get the nod to play in the tournament opener because of his experience. At the time of the recording of the preview, 2 games have taken place at the Grand Prairie Stadium in Dallas, and another game between USA and Pakistan is scheduled to take place before the Sri Lanka vs Bangladesh game. The 2 games that took place in this round so far had very contrasting results, where one was a high-scoring game while the other one was a low-scoring game. The wicket being a fresh one will definitely have something for the pacers, but if the batters do adapt, a good score is highly possible, as we saw in that game between USA and Canada. The weather is expected to be good for the game without any interruptions.